Sure.
Debbie, who is that with you?
My 10-year-old grandson, Corvan.
Hey, buddy, what's up? Well, welcome. Carol, do you have your little with you today?
Nope. Today I'm solo today.
Oh,
Unless of course my husband is in his man cave, so life is good.
there you go. I mean, you have books and a sword and no one else. So that's pretty
That's
much
right.
perfect.
What else can I love? I love it.
Pretty much perfect. Oh, here's Lila. What are you doing here? It's so funny. Well, how is everyone doing?
Change your hair.
I did. Oh yeah, I got highlights. Do you like them?
Yeah.
You can kind of see. There you go. You can see them better like that.
Good.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh? I haven't done highlights since before I got married, so it's been like 12 years. And I think curly hair looks a little better with highlights because you can see the curls better. So I got highlights as my birthday present last month.
Nice.
Yeah. Lila, what are you doing here? Why aren't you sleeping?
Well, I said to myself, if I happen to wake up at the right time, I'll come say hello. And so about 3 minutes ago, I woke up and I went, oh, coffee time must be now. So I got up.
Oh my gosh. Lila, you are epic in your commitment to coffee with Katie.
Hey, I didn't make the decision. I said, if I happen to be awake.
I'm sure your subconscious had nothing to do with that waking right at
No,
time.
no, it's probably the full moon.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a full moon over there. How is Australia?
Oh, fantastic as usual. It's super holiday time though, so I'm surprised I've even got reception at this time of the morning.
Really? Isn't it like 2 in the morning?
No, it's only 1:30. Look, there's the
My
moon.
apologies.
Oh, look at that full moon. Beautiful.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
Me. She's funny as me.
That is beautiful. It's a fun full moon. Well, my apologies. At 1:30 in the morning, are a lot of people up right now?
I don't know. Well, you are.
I am, but it's 10:30 or it's 10:07 for me in the morning.
11:07 for me.
Yeah. Okay, where else is everyone? Debbie, where are you at again?
Illinois.
Illinois, that's right. And Sherry, where are you?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, girl.
And Carol's South Dakota. Catherine, are you Texas?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston, that's right. I was way off. Way off.
You know, what's a few hundred miles here or
That's
there?
all. That's all. Just a little bit.
Jerry,
There's
we're in
Lila.
Minnesota.
Rochester.
Oh, I was raised in Mankato.
Oh, okay. I got my
That's why I said, yay,
bachelor's
Minnesota.
I got my bachelor's from U Mankato.
Yeah. So good girl.
Louise, you got your sticker. It arrived.
Yes,
Yeah, it arrived yesterday morning.
Did you get one too, Sherry?
I did. It's
Awesome.
on my other coffee cup.
That's so cool. Do you guys like the stickers? You can
I
be
love
totally
'em.
honest. You can say no more stickers because I'm not actually tied into you liking them. But we're getting ready for Prana because Prana's launching in like 2 weeks. We're getting ready for it. So I was like, oh, should we do stickers? And I think we have over 100 people signing up from now, but most people signed up for bookmarks on our last run. A lot
The
fewer.
bookmarks are so cool.
They are. I got 250 of them, and I think we'll probably go through them with Prana's launch. So I was just gonna say, if you don't want stickers, we can start doing bookmarks. But if you like stickers, we'll keep doing stickers. So just let me know what it is you like, and we'll do more of it.
I kind of wanted a sticker and a bookmark, but I wanted the bookmark more. So
Well-
if you wanted to stick a sticker in with my bookmark, I wouldn't be sad about that.
Well, I have a lot left over of Vivite because I hadn't planned on the bookmarks until a bunch of people requested. So I ordered the bookmarks, but then I had all these stickers. So now I'm like, let me do all these Vivite stickers. So I might just like stuff stickers in with the bookmarks so that they kind of go through them or something. I don't know. We'll see. That's why I wanted to ask. Like, are people wanting stickers?
They seem very well well made, because I've seen like free stickers from other places and they're like really badly done, so they're like professionally cut, which is really amazing.
They're actually not professionally cut because I had to cut them with my own scissors, but they are professionally cut.
No,
You're
I
a
mean,
professional.
That's true. I need one of those like zip ones that you like slide it over and zip it all the way down. That's what I need to get. Anyway, sorry, Louise, what were you saying?
I mean, like the curved cuts they have, like if you look this white outline.
Oh yes, that's good.
Cuts, yeah. I've seen so many free stickers you get from a lot of places tend to be just not cut like that. They're just someone cutting it with scissors, and that's all you get with these like professionally cut. So you can have like nice curved edges.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good stickers. It's pretty sweet too. The software I use to design them is called Canva, and I can actually just order them from Canva. So I just like do the stickers and then I click like 3 times and they mail them to me. The bookmarks I think came in yesterday, but I'm in Idaho. So when I get back to Montana, then I will be like pushing the bookmarks through. So if you guys haven't gotten anything yet and you wanted to bookmark it, because I was waiting for them to get delivered from the printer. So those are coming soon. And by way of update, Prana is ready to go. Half of the audiobook is recorded. I was able to record like half of it before I came to here so I could proof listen to it like up and back from Montana, because my mom lives 5 hours away, so we came for spring break. So that means the launch team, let me look at my calendar really quick, but the launch team, for those of you that are on it, will get Prana on the 29th, maybe even a little sooner. So in like 2 weeks from today. And the launch team will have a week to read it in advance of everyone else. And then that's actually the day that trivia starts also. We're thinking about doing God and Goddess trivia. What do you guys think about that?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, oh, Sherry, you don't look so sure.
I usually do audiobooks, so it's harder for me to do the trivia because I can't look back in the book.
Yeah, and it's in your mind different when you do just audio.
Yeah,
it's not
very.
as firm. I feel like it's not quite as concrete because you don't like see and hold anything around it. Like you form different.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Maybe I'll brainstorm some ideas with Mike about trivia with audio people. Garrett, do you do the trivia, Garrett? Because you're audio only also, right?
I don't do a lot of the trivia.
Jeez, Garrett.
I am terrible. I'm sorry.
Oh, he just stirs up the pot.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just
I
stirs
have
up the
been
pot.
very good. Thank you.
Oh, we love a pot stirrer.
I mean, it's worth just, even if you don't enjoy the trivia, it's worth attempting one just for like the free sticker at the end of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Heck yeah.
If you
So
even
here's-
once, you get free stuff.
Here's the thing with the trivia. Remember, I am terrible with names. So when you guys ask questions about names, I'm like, shit.
That's right. We had an entire discussion around this for you, Garrett. What if we write the trivia answers to more deeply explain the question? So if we're asking about a person, we can remind people who that person is for our audiobook listeners so that it kind of stirs more up. Would that help?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or if you had the Bible thing or whatever you guys talked about.
The wiki, I know. I've messaged Evan and Mike to so we can start giving access to the wiki. Like the wiki's up, it's in the world.
Yeah.
I just need to find the address to it and make sure it's updated. So Mike and Evan are working on that right now. So yeah, the wiki is coming out soon. We have maps coming out soon. So there's just a lot of like little projects hitting. Oh, well, like I should have known to just ask Louise to find it. I should have been like, Louise, I don't know where this is. Can you go find it? Because you find everything. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's the wiki that Evan and Mike have been creating. But I just don't know how updated it is, and how I think they have more of it than is live. So that's why I'm checking with Evan. So that's in process too. Let me make a note just so I make sure I fill in that. And then we have the maps also. anyway, but Garrett, what we'll do for like our audiobook people is to write the trivia questions up better. The problem is the God and Goddess trivia is going to pull a lot from the Dragon Master trilogy and also from the Lost Magic and Rise of the Demigods. Like there won't be anything from the network series really, because we hardly ever like mention the gods or god. I don't think we mentioned gods or goddesses at all in the network series. They developed more with the Dragon Master trilogy. But I think most people are starting with the Dragon Master trilogy when they enter Alkarra, so I think it'll work. I think it'll still be really fun.
I just listened this morning to the Chronicles, Dragon Master Chronicles, or is that right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Chronicles of the Dragon Masters.
Yep, I just listened to that one this morning. So that is now checked off my list.
Check. That always feels good, right? Check.
Right.
Anyway, so the beta readers that read Prana have loved it. It's gone over really, 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 really well. So I'm really excited for everyone to read it. So I'm tempted to kind of push it out early to the launch team just so we can start hearing what people think, to generate excitement, because it's a really fun one. I also have the full first chapter sneak peek that will be hitting your inbox like in an hour or so. So I gave you like a couple paragraphs in the Witchery Facebook group the other day, like the first couple paragraphs of Prana. But
are you kidding me? It was like excitement. It rains right here in the Olsen Longhouse household. Yeah.
I know. It was a really mean teaser because it was like 5 paragraphs. But Sam got the full chapter posted on the website. So you're getting an email today with the link to the full first chapter of Prana. It ended up being just a little bit longer than Vivit, so it's a little bit shorter. But Derek's novella is panning out probably close to 45 to 50,000 words. It's like a beast. So
Kind of
for
like
reference,
Derek, or kind of like Merrick.
For reference, Miss Mabel's School for Girls is 90,000 words, and Merrick is 30,000 words. So Derek is almost twice the length of Merrick. And it's like half of Miss Mabel's. That's how big it's gotten.
Well, as
you have
right
to
it
remember,
should
he was
be
a high
because he's the
priest.
son of a god.
What did you say, Catherine?
I said, as right it should be because he is the son of a god.
No, this is Derek.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, Derek. I'm thinking all of a sudden, I'm like
Baxter,
somewhere else. Okay.
Stop the Baxter.
Baxter.
There's
You know,
potential for
here's
Baxter to
why
get the
I'm like
novella.
Baxter on the brain. I finished Merrick last night. And I'm like, okay, where's Baxter now? So I need to read Baxter when it comes. Now, then I can set the two side by side. And I just had that on the brain. So as soon as you said, Derek.
Don't worry, you'll choose Merrick.
Yes, Garrett. Yes,
maybe not. I'm still undecided, right? But just so you know, that post that I did, remember from the baseball game?
Oh,
It's for pet food. Merrick is a pet food company.
Oh,
Remember when I'm like, I'm listening, I'm not paying attention because it's a commercial, right? And all of a sudden I hear this, choose Merrick, see the difference. And I'm like, wait, what was that? So it's a real commercial. Like I wasn't just posting randomly. That's a real commercial that was on MLB. So I'm like waiting. And I hear it again. I look up really fast. So it's a pet food company.
That is so funny. It's a sign clearly that you're supposed
to. Well, well, it was a sign that I invested the time to read.
That's awesome.
Way behind there. Hold on.
I think it's a sign. I see nothing advertised for Baxter. I mean, I hear no Baxter type company, right, Garrett?
I agree.
If Merrick is a dog food company, then what would Baxter be? That's my question. Just to think up a company for Baxter. Well, regardless, welcome. Andy just logged in, and hi, Wendy. Sorry,
hi.
I snuck you in and didn't say hi.
No problem.
Andy, Wendy, everyone. We were just updating on how Prana's on track. We're a little bit early, and the launch team should be getting Prana on April 29th, which is very exciting. Yay! So you get a week early. And
perfect.
Derek it's turning into a hefty chunk of a novel. I don't even know if I can call it a novella anymore. I think it is, but It's pretty good size. So I'm actually sending that to beta readers this weekend, which is
Cool.
like, we're trying to get that done early because it happens so closely with the Forgotten Gods that I have to have Forgotten Gods almost done before I can with confidence publish Derek, just in case if I change one thing in one place, I have to change it in the other because the timelines
Right.
are tied together. So it's really interesting. You're going to have information in Derek that Bianca doesn't have in the Forgotten Gods. So as you read or listen to both, you actually have information Bianca doesn't. So it's really fun.
Nice. Very nice.
It's such a fun story. Anyway, so yeah, so everything is on track with that. And I actually started plotting out Isadora and Max. So I'm thinking about, tell me what you think. I'm thinking about making it, oh, here's Andrea. I'm thinking about making it a serial. So either once a month or every 2 weeks, then each installment would be about 40 to 50,000 words, which is what Derek's is. And it would launch just really consistently like we are now and be maybe like 10 books. So they're shorter books, but there's 10 of them. So it's the equivalent of about 5 novels. And you'd get them like one per month or every 2 weeks or something. And each book would hit like a year in the life of Isadora and Max. That's what I'm looking at, but I haven't landed for sure. I'm still plotting out what they're going through, but I wanted to throw that idea and see what you guys thought.
That's cool.
I like the 2 week instead of a month.
Andy.
The more often, the better.
Of course you do. Andy's like, I vote for every Friday. We could actually do like a weekly serial where you guys got like, for 99 cents, you got like a story every Friday, and it'd just be a much shorter one. And like it'd be like getting an episode of a TV show, right? So there's a big story and you just get part of it every week. We could also do that. It just depends on what you guys want, honestly.
I want the story.
Sorry, what did you say, Sherry? Did you say something?
I just want the whole book. When I like binge watching. I don't like waiting every week.
That's wasn't that how like the Green Mile came out? Wasn't it in installments and then made into one big book after you had everything written? Am I thinking of that correctly?
What was the first part?
The Green Mile?
The Green Mile? Oh, I don't know.
Isn't that how that was released? Was in different sections and then it made one book? Maybe I'm thinking wrong.
It's a pretty common thing, right? Like serialization is a big thing in the publishing world, but it kind of fell out of favor for a while, and some authors are sort of bringing it back in different ways. I've done it in various forms before, early in my career when I was like writing on Wattpad. I've done it, and that's the problem. Is it's a love-hate. People that don't want to have to wait from week to week aren't gonna engage with it until the whole thing is ready. But then there are people who like love the anticipation and build and like getting something every week and waiting. So that's where I wanted to ask what the majority of people thought here. I mean, the story will decide, not me. You know, just depending on how it lays out, because it's difficult to write in sections like that. Like you have to have a big story and a bunch of little stories that contribute to the big one. But I'm happy to do that if that's what most people are wanting, because it can be kind of fun. Like if you're like waiting for the next one and then you know that there's like one coming every week or every 2 weeks or whatever.
I kind of like the idea of the whole book. Yeah.
And he's like, just give me the book.
It's the whole thing.
That's awesome. What I like about the idea of just launching a book every 2 to 4 weeks, like a slightly larger book, so like a 50,000 word book every 2 to 4 weeks, it is more of like you get a whole story and then the next section will come in a couple days, not like I have a small piece of the story and have to wait to see what happens the next week. So you're not necessarily left hanging in the same way. Like there's more a sense of completeness to each reading when you know it's done like that. So you're actually just getting a book every couple of weeks instead of a part of a story every couple of weeks. So we have 2 in favor of the books. Is anyone in favor of the weekly serial?
I can go either way. Actually, I can go either way.
And you can read a story somehow.
As long as I have something to read, I'm fine.
That's true. You are pretty pleased as long as you have something to read. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. It's a good story. Like what's shaping up is really fun. So I think you guys are gonna like however it comes out, you're gonna like it.
What would you do for audio? Because you know, Garrett and that they're going to be only doing audio. Would you do them audio as well every week, or is that going to be too much?
Nope. No, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So all of this is done well in advance of launch. That's why it's April. This isn't going to launch until October, November, but I'm starting conceptualizing now because then I have like a lot of time. So right now our current projects are sort of special because I had to pump Vivit and Prana and Derek out pretty fast to the timeline, right? Like I decided to write them and do this like monthly launch schedule. So now I'm just spending a lot of time writing to get ahead of it so that by August, things are written like 3 months in advance and ready to go. So then I'm ahead of every project.
Yeah.
So it allows for time for audiobooks.
Cool.
Yeah, it's all in the system. It's all in the system.
Well, I was excited to hear that the Esmeralda scrolls are in the back of your mind there. Those would be cool to read.
Esmeralda is always burning in the back of my mind. I have a trilogy idea called The Mortal Wars, where yeah, that's all I have to say. You know what I mean?
That's one that's mentioned on the wiki.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So I've had the Mortal Wars trilogy in my head for probably 8 years. It's always glowing in the background. I actually have a spot where anytime I mention Esmeralda in one of my works, I will copy and paste the sentence or paragraph and put it there so that when I go to plot the Mortal Wars trilogy, I have all the information I've already said. It's just dangerous I haven't promised the Mortal Wars because I'm working so much, like I have the gods and goddesses built out now, that deeply affects the Mortal Wars. Like anything I say or do now impacts how the Mortal Wars books have to show up, right? So if I have rules about what happened, then those rules are already established before I go into that story. So I still have to structure a story where you already know the ending, but you're compelled by what's happening in the middle of it and within the rules that I've already set that happened thousands of years later. So it will be one of the trickiest projects I ever take on, but I think that's why I stop thinking about it. Like, how do I do that? So yeah, so I think Esmeralda is going to get her own trilogy, and we'll see it all happening. But it would be really fun too because the gods and goddesses and witches and mortals, they would all be kind of clumped together. So just be a different version of Alkarra entirely. Like it would look nothing like what Alkarra looks like now, because in my mind, Leadham Wood begins with Esmeralda. So there's no forest in the land like Leadham Wood. That's when the banishing of the gods is when Dea Silva decides to start Leadham Wood and start creating her power through the forest. And then it kind of leads up to today, like where we are in Alkarra now.
Neat.
Yeah, it's really cool. Hi, Andrea. Welcome back, my friend. Yeah, so yes, keep Esmeralda in your mind because she'll eventually happen, but you've already given me a pretty long laundry list of other things you want first. We got to get Isadora and Max going, Martin and Mildred, the sword maker. What was the other? Oh, that was your grandson. Sorry. Anyway, so Esmeralda's there. She's there. Did anyone else have anything else they want to talk about or any questions today?
The Dragon Masters Chronicles, the Chronicles of Dragon Masters. Wow, did that stir emotions up in me or what when I listened to it? Like, you know, I was just going, oh, and you know, like, yeah. But I don't want to say too much because I don't know how many people have read it originally or heard it now or whatever. So
is there anyone that hasn't read or heard Chronicles of the Dragon Masters? Okay. It's there's no big spoilers in it, right? Like it's not like once you start Flame, you already know what's happened in Chronicles to some regard. But Garrett just finished listening to it too. Garrett, did you like it?
Yes.
Awesome.
It was nice to have that a little more of a background on exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's fun to get it, especially Luna.
Yeah.
Ludia says, "Ma'am, Luna." So for those of you, Debbie, you've read Miss Mabel's. Was it only one book?
Yeah, yes, and I'm getting ready to do Alkarra Awakening.
That's right. Yep.
I went and got me an Audible because I thought I would get to listen to them, but just because I got the subscription, you have to pay extra for the book still. So I went and I got the ebook from your site instead.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I have if you want the audiobook, you can get it for I'll give it to you for $5 if you want the audiobook, by the way. So you don't have to.
I have the e-reader now, so
Okay.
the e-read on it.
Well, in the future, if you don't want to wait on Audible or whatever, just let me know because I'm happy to give you guys the audiobooks for $5. If you come to the Coffee with Katie calls, I'm happy to do that for you. Garrett, that goes for you and Andrea too. You guys are all, let's see, we have 4 audiobook listeners here today. We have Sherry, Garrett, Andrea, Debbie.
I'm usually a paper give me the book kind of person, so I'm exploring the world of audio and
good. It's just they're all great for different reasons, right? Audio is
I agree.
I did the e-reader.
And Debbie, I would plug Katie's website to order your books from, and the app you can download from her for her audio books is amazing.
Yeah, I discovered it.
And Debbie, if you get any paperbacks, just let me know because I'm happy to give you a discount code too, so you can get them. So they should already be a couple bucks off from Amazon, but I'll get you another 10 or 15% off too. So just let me know.
And I was reading the Miss Mabel's the ebook, and I was just of course when you're reading, you play it in your mind. It's a whole part because I was I'm reading it off my computer. I'm thinking I'm not going to get as invested because there's just too much here. But man, it was I reading it and I'm like, this needs to be an episodic. She needs to Netflix these so we can binge watch them all.
You and a lot of people agree there. We're working on that for sure. Hollywood is a whole different ball game.
Right.
It's very much a hurry up and wait situation. So we're just waiting to kind of get news basically on that. But yeah.
Katie, I do have a question.
Yeah, shoot.
Just because Chronicles came up and I'm getting ready to go back and reread Flame because that's our May book club book. Should I wait? Or I guess this is kind of a question to everyone. Should I wait to read Chronicles before I do the book club book for Flame? Am I going to know too much and spill beans?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think there are any spoilers because it's kind of like the background. It's like asking if Mildred's resistance would be a spoiler for Miss Mabel. You got a bit of background information. You don't get the whole story. You get kind of just hints of here and there. So when it's mentioned in Flame, you already kind of know, oh yeah, I remember that happening, But no major spoilers.
I would say it runs.
I didn't want to wait, but I wanted to ask first.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. I would say that it's divergent but feeds into Flame, right? So it's a different story itself, but the story itself is spoiled by Flame.
And I think half of my book club has already finished Flame and they're 2 or 3 books beyond. So
yeah.
Did we talk about
they're hooked?
Did we talk about do you want to do a video call for your book club? Do you want me to hop on and chat with you guys?
Yeah, I'll email you about it.
Okay, email me about that because I have some travel. What day in May is your book club?
Oh, I would have to go back.
That's fine. Yeah, just let me know.
I emailed it to you once before, but I can go back and I'll go back and I'll send it again.
I feel like I put it on my calendar, and I just had come up, but I think it's on my calendar. Anyway,
books and brewery and baby goats. That's kind of what we do.
That is.
It's a mountain thing.
It is a mountain thing. Yeah, that's why I'm giggling. Books, brewery, and baby goats. That's about the best I've ever heard. That's just about the best I've ever heard. One other thing of news that you might be interested in, I will show you. I'm going to share my screen to show you guys. The past couple days, I've been working on getting my romance on katiecrossbooks.com. So all of the romance audiobooks that I have right now are up, and then the romance and chick lit paperbacks are all up as well. I need to put the buttons right there. Anyway, so those of you that were wanting to see the romance and be able to buy it from katiecrossbooks.com, I have all but like 3 or 4 paperbacks that are up, and then the audiobooks that I have are up, and the ebooks are still on Amazon. But I've been having some people reaching out to ask if they could get the ebooks from me. And so I actually created a product on Katie Cross Books where you can buy all of the coffee shop series, and I'll just send you the link. So if any of you want my romance series and you don't want to go to Kindle or Kindle Unlimited, just email me and you can buy them for like $20, and then I'll just send you all the individual links. There's 8 books right now, and the 9th one is coming out at some point in the near future when I get it finished. I have to finish it. It's coming along really steadily. I just need to finish it. So anyway, so for those of you that have been asking in emails about that, that's the update on that project. We're just about done migrating Katie Cross Romance over to Katie Cross Books, so it's all just on the same website. Now that I had to have them separate when I ran ads on Facebook. I couldn't have them on the same one. But now that I'm not running ads over there, we're just migrating them over, so it's easier for all of you to kind of see it all. So that's exciting too.
Cool.
There's so many books. Oh my gosh. I forgot I had so many books. My like brother, he's not my blood brother, but he's my brother in every other sense. He just had his wife just had his first baby, and I went and saw him yesterday. And he's like, "How many books have you written now?" And I was like, "I don't know." I don't have any idea.
Lots.
I really don't.
Well, and you have said that you don't even own all your paper books, right? Paperback books?
Well, under my name, I own everything. Like I own all my books, but I ghost wrote for a while. So there was a bunch of books that I wrote and pushed into the world that will never that you'll never associate with me because of the contract that I wrote under. So I would ghost write books for high profile entrepreneurs and social media influencers like that wanted to write nonfiction books based on their platform. So they'd pay me $20,000 or $30,000, and I would write their book based on their existing content and interviews and stuff. So I did a bunch of those for years before I went fully into fiction. So I probably have 50 to 60 books, like finished published books out there, but they're not all under my name. So
yeah,
gotcha.
A lot of them, yeah. It's a lot of
books.
Cool. Yeah. See, now I'm going to have to start investing in the coffee shop series as a book because they're all on my Kindle, but I would much rather have them in my hand.
And I just like, as part of like getting them over onto Katie Cross Books, I've been revamping the interior. So they look a lot prettier. Like they have like more flowery designs and stuff, like the paperbacks and the ebooks. So they look a lot prettier. If you have them on BookFunnel, you can like uninstall them and reinstall them, and then you'll get the new updated version. So you can see them if you want to see them with like prettier designs and flourishes and stuff. I mean, I don't know if anyone cares, but if you do, there you go.
Hey, that means if I order them paperback, I'll get them new floweries.
That's true. You will. If you order them now, you'll get the new floweries. There has been some question whether I will narrate the coffee shop series because there's only one book from the coffee shop series that has an audiobook. And the question is, the answer is I'm not yet sure. So there's not a lot of traction or movement in the romance audiobook world. Like they just don't sell as well. So I haven't had enough people inquiring or enough interest for me to think that there's like an audience that would justify the time and the cost for me to narrate those audiobooks. But on my current audiobook schedule, I will be finished and caught up to my fantasy books by I think October and November. So there's a chance if I don't have any significant like big books that I need to narrate, then I'll just start filling in the contemporary romance books to kind of just keep that going until all of my books are available in.
Which one do you have on the romance? Which audiobook?
Yeah, I was just wondering that too.
Coffee Shop Girl is available in
Coffee Shop Girl?
Yeah.
Oh.
If
I
you
was
guys want it in audio, I can get you a code for getting it for like $5. Garrett bought it, I think, didn't you?
correct. Yep.
Yeah. Stephanie K, who did the Dragon Master trilogy, narrates Coffee Shop series, the Coffee Shop book. So she's Fiona Dexter when she does fantasy, and she's Stephanie K when she does romance, because she narrates some erotica, and so she doesn't want like people seeing the same name on an erotica title that they put on like their kid's fantasy title. so she
Probably
has
a good plan.
Very smart.
Yeah,
Very
so if you see Fiona Dexter as the Dragon Master trilogy and then Stephanie K as romance, but it's the same voice, that's why.
Where's Kim today?
Oh, I was emailing her. She's out of town. She's out of town. She and I were emailing because she's doing the swag for Prana. So
Sweet.
Yeah, so Kim has it's called Holistic 370. She runs it out of her house in Wyoming. She does, Carol, you got samples, right?
I got some samples. They're awesome.
She does these amazing like lotions and essential oils and like body salts and coffee scrubs and lip gloss. Her lip gloss is my favorite, and like essential oil sprays. She gave me a cedar and orange, and it smells so good. I like spray it when I'm writing Bianca because it makes me feel like I'm in Leadham Wood. So Kim actually is going to be providing the swag for Prana, and she has these stickers that has this adorable little dragon on it. So all of it's going to have this dragon on it. It's so cute. So for the trivia this time, Kim is actually providing the winners. Like they can choose like what lotion they want, or a lip gloss, or like a coffee scrub, or whatever they can choose, and Kim will send the daily winners that. And then we have 2 big spa packages from Kim for like that will be drawn from people that participate in trivia like as winners. So everyone that participates in trivia, I just take spreadsheets of all your names and I put them all into one spreadsheet, and then I have this random generator that will like pick and pick like the top 3 people or whatever. Like it's just like drawing names out of a hat. So the top 2 from all trivia entrants will get the spa package for Prana, and it's so cool. She sent me one after I launched Rise of the Demigods. It was like here, you need to recover. And I was like, you need to do this for swag. It's so awesome. Because her lotion, she has this like almond butter lotion. It is to die for. My kids love it. I use it for everything. My family uses it for everything. So I think people really like Kim's swag. So we were emailing to finalize the swag plans yesterday, and I think she said she was out of town. So she's always sad when she
Yeah, she said that she said that on Monday's coffee. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's right. I forgot. You keep better track of her than I do, Layla. She's a busy woman. Anyway, so does anyone have anything fun that that happened to them that they want to talk about, or awesome books that they've read, or anything like that?
About the
Well, I
interview
ended
you
up
did
downloading. Yeah, that's it, Garrett. I was going to mention that.
Go. What'd you say, Garrett?
The interview you did yesterday on YouTube with the other author.
Yeah, did you see it with KL Moody?
Yep.
Yeah, did you guys like that? That was about the Fae book that we talked about on Monday, if you guys were on that call.
Yeah, I've started listening to it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Alora is it's written a little bit differently than I do. Alora is a little bit younger than Bianca, I think, maybe, but it's like a fun venture into the world of the Fae. Like Diane was on our last call and she was really excited about it because she loves like fairy books. But yeah, no, that's a fun one for sure. What were you gonna say, Lila?
Yeah, that I've started listening to that one now. Because the Cinderella Assassin wasn't on audio, so and I'm so busy at the moment that I didn't get a chance to, and I went, oh well, I'm not going to like read it. I saved my reading for you, so like so I just went, so if you're not on audio I can't get you, so
Yeah,
so I went for that one instead. I went for Moody instead, so I got Kay's.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you'll have to let me know what you think. I told her that if we can do a post in the group if you guys end up reading it, and she can come in and answer questions or whatever that you have. If you guys are interested in that, we can kind of pull her in for sure.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
So I missed it, Katie. Give me a little background, please.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Louise, would you mind going to YouTube and just pulling up the K.L. Moody interview and dropping it?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I haven't been paying a huge amount of attention because I've been working on the wiki.
Yeah, heck yeah. No worries, no worries.
Can you spell out who it is?
I'm sorry, what?
Who am I searching for?
Oh, if you just go to my YouTube.
K.L. Moody. Yeah.
K.L. Moody. I did an interview with her yesterday that I posted. We can just put it in the comments for anyone. It's a quick, like 7-minute interview where we talk about her book. It's called Court of Bitter Thorn, and it's a fairy book. She writes in the world of the Fae. And it's interesting because fairies are like a different section of fantasy. So you have like dragons and witches, which is obviously what owns us, right? Like we are dragon people here. But there are like firmly fairy people, and there's like rules around the Fae. And she wrote a book that adheres to the traditional rules of the Fae. Like Fae can't lie, they live in fairy, like, you know, there's all these other rules. Logan, sorry, say that again. Oh, okay. See you, Garrett. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming.
Take care, guys.
See ya.
Bye, Garrett.
There's another
Bye.
in the witchery.
Have a nice one.
Logan Miel Goodrich. She actually writes fairy books. She's in the witchery. We're gonna highlight her books here soon because her books are really fun too. Anyway, so K.L. Moody and I just kind of talked about the fairy rules, like how she got inspired for her book. The reason I shared it is I think you guys will like Alora, the main character, because she's 16-ish. She loves sword fighting, but she lives in a world that like women can't really do that sort of thing. And she's always fighting to be able to fight with her sword. And then her parents like assign her this assigned marriage to this kind of old guy that just wants her to pump out babies. And she just like craves adventure, and she wants to go on this adventure and be able to fight with swords and have this adventure. And then she stumbles into the world of the Fae and that kind of stuff. So I think you guys would like Court of Bitter Thorn, and that's why I interviewed Kay. So I will actually be emailing that link out in a couple of weeks or at some point in the future. But I just went ahead and put it on YouTube in case anyone actually like watches my YouTube. You know, I'm like, just go ahead and throw it out there.
Well, that other set that you had comes with Kindle Unlimited, so I put that in my library. The box
Dragon
set, what was
Kings?
the Dragon Riders or whatever?
Dragon Kings, I think.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I know I had a reader write in and say that set and the network series were her favorite fantasy books ever. So she said that the setting of the Dragon Kings is really similar to kind of what I have in terms of like subtle romance, like lots of adventure, that kind of stuff. So that was good to hear because I haven't read the Dragon Kings yet. I've just had good authority people saying that it would be good for my audience. So when you finish, let me know because I will prioritize it to read too, because I love finding out the dragons. That's awesome. Andrea, how are wedding plans going for your daughter?
Their wedding is done.
Oh, that's done. That's right.
Yep. Everything was beautiful. They did a unity tree with an aspen that we're going to plant. She wants us to plant on our property here in Bailey. So I keep taking pictures. It's like suddenly blooming like crazy.
That's awesome.
So we have to build a cage. The ground has to be warm enough to dig a hole, and then we have to put a cage to keep the deer from eating.
Yeah. They will terrorize all manner of trees, especially the young ones.
Yeah. So it's living on the deck right now.
That's awesome.
In a big pot.
You are Bianca. You're just fostering the forest on your deck. That's amazing. That's right. I forgot. I think I have another friend that has 2 weddings coming up, and I think I got the 2 of you mixed up in my head. But
I saw since I couldn't hop on, and when you were telling about having to let go of your girl, and you mentioned the keys to your truck, that was so much fun because right now that I have my parents' house, I have keys. When they asked me how many, sets of keys, I just gave them my mom's, my dad's, the cleaning ladies, and this is a whole set. And then I went back to the car and was like, no, I'm not gonna give you up.
Yeah. So Andy's talking about a previous coffee with Katie. When after I got married, I shared that it didn't hit me because we were talking about Andrea's daughter and her wedding and like letting her daughter go and that stuff. I said when I married my husband 11 years ago, it did not hit me until I had to turn the keys of my truck over to my mom because she was selling it for me. Because I shipped everything I owned to Tennessee where he was stationed. I had like two bags and like a couple boxes there. And that was all I had left of like my old life. And it wasn't until I like handed the keys over to my mom that I was like, what have I done? Not in a bad way because I was excited to marry him, but I didn't comprehend the enormity of it until I had to let my truck go because I loved my truck. So it was like I named it Tony and Tony and I like conquered the world. So my mom started to cry when I handed her the keys and that's when I realized what I was doing. So that's what Andy's talking about. And Andy just had to sell her childhood home. So Andy, I'm glad you didn't give up your keys.
Yeah, I have it there with my keychain, my Disney keychain, everything. It's like,
yeah,
you're staying with me. There's no way I'm giving you up.
Good for you. Good for you.
If you want it, you're gonna have to take them by force.
Full dead hands.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. Well, before we close this out in 10 minutes, does anyone have a coupon code or anything like that they would want?
I just have one question. You emailed me about the health and the health books. Mm-hmm. I just have one question before saying yes or no.
Wait, what did remind me what I emailed you?
About the books that if I wanted to read them.
Oh yeah.
And so will I be, if I read them, will I be like, no more because there's no more romance like in the near future, or will I be at peace?
Lila, you answer this one.
Well, I reckon go for it. I say go.
I already did coffee shop, girl. So
yeah, go for it.
So I will just say
you won't be unsatisfied. You won't be unsatisfied. Put it that way.
And Andy, no, as in if I'm gonna finish it and be like, there's no more, and I'm gonna be sad that there are no more coming anytime soon. That's more of my question.
The Health and Happiness Society, I haven't written in years and years, right? I started the coffee. So that was like, I wrote the Network Saga or the Network series and Health and Happiness Society series sort of at the same time. So it's been a while since I finished those. That one does end, right? And then we move into the coffee shop series, but there are characters from the coffee shop series that are in the Health and Happiness Society. So JJ and Mark and Megan are in the Health and Happiness Society. So they actually, the whole coffee shop series came off of Megan in the Health and Happiness Society series. I can get it to you for, it's on Kindle Unlimited, or just email me and I'll give you all 5 for $10. I'll just create a product and you can have them for $10.
There's a $10 version on Amazon anyway.
Oh, there is. Okay.
I've linked it in chat.
Oh, okay. Thank you. You're awesome. I saw that link. So the warning I will give about the Health and Happiness Society is it's not really a romance series unless it's more like romancing yourself. Like it's more about, I don't know, Lila, would you say like self-awareness and self-love?
Yeah, it's like watching, it's like what you do, like, you know, watching other people's lives, you know, it's like what the stuff that they go through, and yes, there is romance in it, but it's about what they're actually personally going through. So
it's not about the romance. So you might say, like, it's like the networks, like it's like Bianca, like there's romance, but it's not the plot. The Health and Happiness Society series lands super, super well, or people walk away and don't finish because they're not ready for it. And that's the first book is about Lexi Green, who is like losing weight for the first time in her life, right? And she's confronting like the demons that come with that about like confidence and self-acceptance. And some people just aren't ready to read that because like you see it in yourself, right? So most people love Bon Mont's Yoga Pants because it's really fun, but then Megan's is about like serial dating. Like she has a hard time committing, men are afraid of her, that kind of thing. I think Rochelle's is the third book and it dives the deepest for sure.
Yeah.
That one is the most powerful, but also the hardest for people to read. So it's like the Ronan scrolls. It lands well or it doesn't land at all, right? So I don't care either way if it doesn't land for you or if you're just not into it. But usually people who are into it, it changes their lives. So
is that on Kindle Unlimited, Katie?
yeah. Yeah, it starts with Bon Mont's Yoga Pants, or I think the collection might be on Kindle too, where you can get all of them in one book, but it should all be on Kindle Unlimited. If you don't read on Kindle Unlimited or you just want it in your book funnel, let me know and I'll just make a product for like $10 and then I can get you all 5. There's five novels and they're all about the same length as the Coffee Shop series. And they all have an element of romance, but there's like a little more girl power than romance in those for sure.
Yeah, they're $25 altogether on Kindle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just email me and I'll give them to you for 10. Kindle's really interesting in their pricing. Yeah, they're a funny place. But if you have Kindle Unlimited, that doesn't matter because you can borrow it.
Right.
So, yeah. Anyway, so Andy, I think to answer your question in the longest answer ever, that you might be sad to let go of them, but I don't think you would ever regret having read them. Does that make sense?
All right. Yeah, it makes sense. I just gotta.
Sounds very powerful.
They are.
I still have a couple of books that I still, have like backed up.
Yeah.
So.
No, Andy,
but
I can't
like
believe that.
Best. I like to push them a little.
Yeah. No, they're really fun books.
Sorry, it's just kind of.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay, I'll think about it.
Yeah, think about it. Think about
It's just the title doesn't quite do it for me because I'm not in a very eating habit. Here.
Right, like you might have to wait. Like it might not be the right time for you to read those books. And honestly, those books have never sold well, ever. But they never did. They just never sold well, which is why I stopped even talking about them. But also, they hit the most impact. So I was always really proud of those books because my readers talked about them the most and my readers adhered to them the fastest. The people that loved those books stayed with those books forever. And like Lila, like she's a huge advocate of those books. And there's someone else in the group. I'm trying to remember. Oh, Kim, for sure.
And the interesting thing about that is that even though I didn't relate to the whole what she was going through in the first book and everything, because I've never felt those things. You wrote it so well, I could see what it was like for her. Do you know what I mean? It's like, even though the person I didn't necessarily go through any of that stuff because, I pretty much see it, like it, eat it, don't worry about it, so whereas yeah.
Every day I'm convinced you are my soul friend from the other side of the world. Christmas wreath, eat what you like. Yeah, you're my kind of friend.
Yeah. It's a lighthearted perspective on like a physical topic is what it is. So as intense as the books sound, they're also like fun and lighthearted. They're a great read. So it's not like they're heavy dirges at all because they're chick lit. Their plot tackles a different trajectory than the Coffee Shop series, which is dedicated romance. So I just want you to go into those kind of knowing what they are. Yeah, they're fantastic.
And I think they're sweet too. I think they're sweet too.
And Bon Mont's Yoga Pants.
It has that as well. And you always do funny. You always have funny in your books.
Oh yeah. I do try to like keep it lighthearted and humorous for sure. So they're easy reads. They just tackle different topics.
Yeah.
The series is what it is. So, well, if you want them for like $10, you can get them on Kindle Unlimited or just email me, katie@kcrosswriting.com, and I can get you. I just can't have the product for you to buy it on my website, because if Amazon found out, I'd get in trouble. I don't think they ever would, but I try to stay honest, right, to terms of agreements. So I will just send you the link for $9.99, and then I'll send you the individual books to get them on BookFunnel so you can download them. And they're all available in audio, and they're all available in paper too. So I can do the same if you want, like the audiobook collection as well.
I didn't enjoy the audio as much. I listened to the audio, but yeah, I didn't. Was it that? What? I think it was that one. Yeah, it was that one. I listened to the audio as well.
There's 5 narrators too. Like each woman got a different narrator. And looking back, I think I should have just picked a really good narrator and done all 5 with the same narrator. But you don't know the time.
Yeah.
Live and learn.
Well, they didn't sell anyway, so there we go. All right, my friends. Well, it is 11 o'clock here. I have to go finish Derek because he's causing some problems in the Western network. But it was so good to see you. And you'll be getting an email with a sneak peek to Prana soon. Shoot me any requests you have for discounts if you're going to go buy audiobooks or paperbacks, or you want the Health and Happiness Society or the Coffee Shop series. Just email me your requests since you came here. I'm happy to grant them, and I'll just email them back to you here in like the next hour. Louise, thanks for your help on tech.
Sorry, I've been not paying much attention. I got really absorbed into adjusting the pages for the historical collection on the wiki. So
yeah, actually email me about that and I'll have Evan grant you just direct access if you're interested.
I have got access. Okay. I've already, the pages I've edited are already live.
Thank you. You're awesome. Yeah, it needs updating, and Evan's been pretty swamped. So all right, all of you, I love you all. We'll see you soon, I'm sure.
Bye. Have a good weekend, guys. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Bye.